Bonjour les années 11, j'espère que tout va bien. This is a short video to try to explain to you a new tense which is called plus que parfait, le plus perfect in English. It is a tense for higher level students, so if you're on foundation, don't panic and you can just stop listening to me straight away. Right, so because it's called the pluperfect, logically it's a tense that has a lot of similarities with the perfect tense that we've seen before, okay? So, in English, what does it look like? I had eaten, I had gone, I had played, she had left, etc. This tense is used for events that happened before the perfect tense, okay? So logically, it means you are using the pluperfect at the same time as the perfect tense. Because a sentence such as I had eaten makes no sense by itself, okay? So you have something such as I had eaten already when he turned up. I had eaten is in the pluperfect. He turned up is a perfect tense, and the action of me eating happened before the fact that he turned up. I had gone to the shop before you asked. Same case scenario, I had gone pluperfect, you asked, perfect tense. So in terms of the timeline, where are all these tenses kind of fitting together? Okay, so let's pretend this is the present tense here. Logically, you've got the future time frame on the right, so with the near future, the simple future, the conditional tense, etc. Your perfect tense happened before the present, and if you remember, it's at a specific time on the line, such as yesterday, last year. Your pluperfect happened before your perfect tense, and again, it has a specific time. And then you've got your imperfect tense, which is obviously before the present and is happening in the past, but we're not too sure exactly when or for how long, okay? Now, how do we build this tense? Basically, exactly what we do in English. So the formula is, you need a pronoun, logically. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Then you need your auxiliary verb, which is avoir or être, to have or to be. This auxiliary will be in the imperfect tense. And then you're going to have your past participle, okay? So it's very similar to the perfect tense. The perfect tense, you had a pronoun, you had an auxiliary, avoir or être, but that was in the present, okay? So logically, this is the kind of table you're going to need. You need to know the verb avoir in the imperfect. You need to know the verb être in the imperfect, and then you're going to add your past participle, okay? Your past participle is, if you remember, ER verbs becomes E with an accent, IR verbs is an I, IE verb is a U, and then you've got a bunch of irregular verbs there just to annoy you, okay? So that's going to be your formula. So you're going to have to start with j'avais, and then you will have mangé. Donc j'avais mangé, tu avais joué, il avait regardé, nous avions bu, vous aviez fait, etc. Okay? Now, next question is avoir ou être. And it goes back exactly to perfect tense here. How do you choose which auxiliary? It's exactly the same as for the perfect tense. So you remember, you have Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp, and this is the acronym for all of the verbs which are taking the verb être in the past tenses, okay? So such as aller is an important one, monter, retourner, rentrer, partir, etc. Now, as usual, when you have to use the Mrs. Van der Tramp verb, you need to remember that your past participle need to agree with the subject. So, elle avait vu, elle, she, avait is avoir, an imperfect, and then you got vu. But you're going to have elle était allée, E accent E. Why? Because this is a Mrs. Van der Tramp verb, elle means she, so I need to have the extra E for the agreement. So this is a scary table, but it's not as scary as it looks, hopefully. It's just for you to realize there's a lot of similarities between the plus que parfait, perfect, and your perfect tense. Step 1, you need a subject. Step 2, you're going to need an auxiliary. And step 3, you need a past participle. The only difference between the two tenses are the fact that in the pluperfect, your auxiliary is in imperfect tense, whilst in the perfect tense, it is in the present. Okay, and this is same kind of table, except this is a Mrs. Van de Tramp one. So you got all of your verbs at the top again, which have to take être. And again, same principle. You need your subject. You're going to have être. Sorry, there's a mistake here. It's not avoir, it's être in imperfect. Then you need a past participle, but then you've got this extra step of checking, do I actually need an E because I'm a girl? Do I need an E because I'm talking about a girl? Do I need an S because there's more than one person, etc. Okay, so I'm hoping that will help a little bit with the activities you now need to complete in the grammar section. Any question, feel free to email me or ask me on Teams, please. Au revoir.